Ever feel like you're drowning in a sea of self-help advice but still can't shake that nagging feeling of emptiness? You're not alone. In a world overflowing with life hacks and quick fixes, why do we still struggle with anxiety, inadequacy, and unfulfillment? Today, we're going to explore ancient wisdom that might just change your perspective on happiness. Stick around, because we'll reveal key strategies that could transform your life. Chapter 1. Self-Reliance, the foundation of happiness. Imagine your life as a beautiful, vibrant garden. You're the gardener, responsible for nurturing its growth. But what happens when you start obsessing over one particular visitor to your garden, neglecting everything else? The flowers wilt, the trees wither, and your once thriving sanctuary becomes a shadow of what it once was. This is exactly what happens when we make someone else the center of our universe. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that still holds immense value today, teaches us the importance of self-reliance, especially in our closest relationships. It's not about being cold or distant. It's about loving from a place of strength, not dependency. Here's the hard truth. When you make someone else responsible for your happiness, you place your well-being in the hands of something you can't control, another person's actions and feelings. This sets you up for disappointment and heartbreak. So, how do we fix this? Start by recognizing your worth and your capacity for self-fulfillment. Cultivate your interests, nurture your talents, and take responsibility for your happiness. When you do this, you become not just a better partner, friend, or family member. You become a force of nature. You engage with the world from a place of abundance, not lack. Chapter 2. The Power of Mystery, Guarding Your Inner World. In our age of oversharing, where every thought and moment is broadcasted to the world, there's something powerful about keeping a bit of mystery about yourself. Think about your favorite book or movie. What draws you in? It's the unfolding story, the gradual revelation of characters and plot. Now, apply that to yourself. You are a narrative in progress, a composition of thoughts, experiences, and dreams. When you keep some things to yourself, you create space for self-reflection and personal growth. You're not a reality show broadcasted 24/7, but a carefully curated gallery of your life's most meaningful moments. But let's be clear. Being mysterious doesn't mean being deceptive or elusive. It's about discerning what you share and with whom. It's recognizing that your journey, inner thoughts, and most profound reflections are your sacred space, your inner citadel, as the Stoics would say. So how do you practice this? Start small. Next time you're about to share something, pause and ask yourself, is this for me to keep, or is it to share? Respect your privacy as you would respect others. Cultivate your inner world, personal projects and reflections, without feeling the need to exhibit everything. Chapter 3. Communication, Finding Balance. Communication is an art, and balance is key. If you're always the one reaching out and initiating conversations, you might miss the subtle rhythms of genuine connection. Imagine being a musician so focused on playing your tune that you don't hear the orchestra around you. The Stoics remind us that there's wisdom in listening, observing, and allowing space for others to come forward. They teach us that our actions, including our communications, should be intentional and mindful, not reactive or driven by fear of silence or the need for constant validation. Think about it. When you're always the first to reach out, you put yourself in a position of waiting for a reply, for acknowledgement, for reciprocation. This creates an imbalance, not just in the relationship but in your mind. It can foster a sense of dependency or even insecurity. Stoicism encourages us to find contentment within ourselves, to be self-sufficient and at peace even in solitude. By not always initiating, you practice independence. You allow yourself the opportunity to be approached, to be sought out. In doing so, you cultivate your sense of self-worth and autonomy. Moreover, when you step back, you offer others the chance to step up. Relationships are two-way streets. They require mutual effort and engagement. By not always being the one to start the conversation, You create space for the other person to express their interest and investment in the relationship. How can you apply this in your daily interactions? Start by observing your communication patterns. Notice when the impulse to reach out is driven by habit or anxiety, rather than a genuine desire to connect. When you feel that urge, take a moment and give the other person space to come forward. Engage in your interests and activities. Immerse yourself in your thoughts or your work. Allow communication to arise naturally without force or expectation. Remember, the goal isn't to play games but to create a balanced, reciprocal dynamic where both parties feel valued, heard, and inspired to engage. Chapter 4. Cultivating Respect and Dignity. Living Virtuously. Let's talk about presence, that intangible quality that commands respect and radiates dignity. The Stoics were big on living virtuously, being just, temperate, courageous, and wise. These aren't just lofty ideals, but practical guides for our appearance and conduct. Cultivating a presence grounded in these virtues naturally exudes a sense of respect and dignity. People are drawn to those who know themselves, are unwavering in their principles, and act with consistency and integrity. But how do you build this kind of presence? It starts with self-awareness. Know your values, your principles, and your goals. Reflect on the type of person you want to be and how you want to be remembered. Then, bring those reflections into your daily actions. Be the person who listens intently, speaks thoughtfully, and acts purposefully. Show up fully, whether in a conversation, a project, or a casual interaction. Offer your undivided attention and respect to the moment and the people around you. Stoicism also teaches us about the power of self-control and discipline. Cultivate these traits within yourself. When you demonstrate mastery over your impulses and reactions, you command respect. It's the calm in the storm, the steady hand, and the clear mind that people are often drawn to, especially in times of chaos and uncertainty. But remember, this isn't about putting on a facade or playing a role. It's about being authentically you, the best version of you. It's about aligning your outer actions with your inner values, and in doing so, inspiring others to recognize and respect your authenticity and integrity. In practical terms, start small. Practice patience in moments of frustration. Offer kindness when it's easier to be indifferent. Show up for people when they need you. Over time, these actions accumulate, shaping how others see you and, more importantly, how you see yourself. Chapter 5. Cherishing Your Time. The True Wealth. In our hyper-connected world, where being busy is worn like a badge of honor, the Stoic principle of cherishing your time is more crucial than ever. This concept isn't just about time management. It's about recognizing the profound value of each moment we're given. The Stoics understood that while we can't control the length of our lives, we can control its depth and richness. They knew that true wealth isn't measured in money or possessions, but in how we spend our time. So what does it mean to cherish your time in a modern context? First, it means recognizing that your time is your own, and it's finite. Being perpetually available or constantly connected doesn't equate to being productive or fulfilled. In fact, it often leads to the opposite, feeling drained, distracted, and distanced from what truly matters. To cherish your time is to guard it wisely. Be discerning about how and with whom you spend it. Prioritize activities and relationships that add value and meaning to your life. The Stoics remind us that there's wisdom in saying no to things that don't serve our goals or values. It's okay to step back, to disconnect, to carve out time for solitude and reflection. In fact, it's essential. When you do this, you reclaim your time as your own. You invest in activities that enrich your life rather than just fill it. Moreover, cherishing your time means being present in the moments that matter. It's about quality over quantity. It's about being fully engaged in conversations, projects, and experiences. When you're present, you're not just going through the motions, you're living with intention and purpose. So, how can you start cherishing your time today? Begin by setting boundaries. Protect your time as you would your most valuable asset, because that's exactly what it is. Say no to things that drain you and yes to things that energize you. Prioritize your passions, your relationships, and your well-being. Happiness isn't a destination, it's a journey shaped by our daily choices and actions. The Stoics offer timeless wisdom that, when applied, can guide us toward a more fulfilling and meaningful life. By focusing on self-reliance, embracing mystery, and cherishing our time, we can build a life that resonates with joy and contentment. If you found value in these insights, take a moment to reflect on how you can apply them in your life today. Remember, the journey to happiness starts within.